New York Congressman Jamaal Bowman speaking out for the first time after a camera caught him pulling a fire alarm ahead of a crucial vote on a bill to avert a shutdown. Republicans are accusing him of intentionally acting to delay the vote, while both the House Sergeant at Arms and the Capitol Police are investigating. But Bowman, he claims it was all just an accident. He says he thought that pulling the alarm would open the locked door. Since when do fire alarms do that? They're not door handles, they set off alarms. But these new images are casting serious doubt on his excuse. As you can see, the door was an emergency exit only, and that signage provides explicit instructions on how to unlock the door. And the fire alarm that Bowman pulled made no mention of unlocking the adjacent door. Of course it didn't. Fire alarms don't do that. Congressman Bowman is, of course, defending himself.
Do you still stand by your statement that pulling the fire alarm was an accident?
You know, I don't know why this has gotten so much attention. I was literally just in a rush to go vote, man. That's all it was.
Are you afraid of any repercussions, either from leadership or from legally from Capitol Police?
I mean, listen, I take responsibility for what I did, you know, but like I said, I was in a rush to go vote, and, you know, investigation will sort everything else out.
Have you talked to Jeffries about it?
Oh, yeah, of course, since day one, yes.
How was that conversation?
Well, I got to keep that between me and the leader, so I'm not going to share that publicly, but we've been in touch with each other.
Kennedy, I followed this shameful saga on all day Saturday. I guess you could say I have no life. But here was attempt number one to explain this. This was his spokesperson, Congressman Bowman, did not realize he would trigger a building alarm as he was rushing to make an urgent vote. So excuse number one, we don't know that pulling a fire alarm pulls a fire alarm and causes an alarm. Here is number two from Bowman himself. I'm embarrassed to admit that I activated the fire alarm mistakenly, thinking it would open the door. I mean, this is idiocy.
If you're that dumb, you shouldn't be a congressperson. I don't believe he's that dumb. I know why he has his appeal to his progressive base. It's because they think that he can intelligently make his case on their behalf. But this is idiotic nonsense. And don't stand there before a camera and say you're taking responsibility for your actions when lying about it is the opposite of taking responsibility, making excuses. And if you don't speak the English language, I get it. You might think that that's the latch that would open the door. If you're trying to stop a vote and evacuate the building by making a big ruckus, then that's what you do, and that's what he did. He was a middle school principal. He had dingbats in his charge, who I'm sure did things like this that created utter chaos, and that was his job to stop it, so his excuse is especially thin.
You know, in Harris, even, you know, well-credentialed, respected reporters like Jake Sherman, who's a Capitol Hill reporter, long time, aren't buying it. They say, I say this with all honesty. I don't know what these words mean. He didn't think pulling a fire alarm would trigger the fire alarm. So he can't even convince the reporters.
Well, he knows what those words mean. Exactly what Kennedy says. His nose is growing, Pinocchio. So he contradicts the story, though, and that's the biggest problem I have. He says that that's the door he always goes out to vote. Well, how does he normally get out of it? I mean, if we've never seen him pull the fire alarm to get out, what has he been doing? Sneaking through the crack? You're not that thin. So I just want to know, well, what is it normally like? And off camera, Tammy, you and I were talking about how a lot of lawmakers actually go to vote. And that is in the little tunnel underneath the Capitol. So maybe he uses some other door and he got lost. I don't know. The options for him make him look unbright or lying. And as Will Kane said on my show last hour, stupid or lying. He went that far. I just want to know why his story doesn't match. And on all the other days when he got out that door, was there a doggy portion that he could get out? Like, how did he get out without pulling the fire alarm? Somebody ask him that question and then make sure the microphone is right next to him when he answers.
Speaking of not being very bright, let's go to AOC and watch her defense.
Oh.
They are protecting someone who has lied to the American people, lied to the United States House of Representatives, lied to congressional investigators, but they're filing a motion to expel a member who, in a moment of panic, was trying to escape a vestibule. Give me a break.
What?
So at first there, she was talking about George Santos and then twisted it to a defense of Bowman, Tammy.
Well, the Republicans are not fighting to save George Santos, right? George Santos is an embarrassment. It's a horrible dynamic with him. But it's funny, the different scenarios that get developed here. You've got a dynamic in a vestibule, something down a set of stairs, go with a door that goes outside and it's a Saturday, that you would never use to exit that building, especially with all the security, considering the insurrection that we had in January of 21, that you wouldn't have that open door with no security in the vicinity, no guard standing there, that you would allow to be open to go in and out. It's clear on its face. I would argue, though, because it's not stupidity, and I say this on X, is that the left, they're fanatics, right? Don't mistake fanaticism for idiocy. That they will do whatever it takes. At this point in time, the Democrats were still scrambling to delay the vote. And he sees a fire alarm. In his principle past, you pull the fire alarm, everyone exits. Now, the Cannon Building is separate from the Capitol, but it is connected to the Capitol. It is clearly where at least one congressman was physically. So you're going to do whatever you need to do to evacuate, to delay, to whatever. And he expects people to believe him because he believes everyone is racist and thinks he in particular or others are dumb.
And Douglas, tweets don't often age well. This one I do not think will age well for Jamaal Bowman. No one in the country is above the law. So the question is, does that include him?
Well, I mean, we have to assume that he finds it very hard to tell the difference between a fire alarm and anything else. And I don't think most people buy that. I mean, when I leave the building today, normally I usually manage not to pull the fire alarm. Look, some days I do. The same thing with the water cooler. Sometimes I go for a fire extinguisher and start drinking from that. I don't always know the difference.
He's a menace.
It's hard to work out. And about every 1 in 2 times I get it wrong. So what? Let's have some forgiveness. No, look. Bowman is a radical leftist, and this is a classic tactic of the radical left. I've had this on campuses. When certain students don't want you to speak, the far left pull the fire alarm and everyone has to march out.
Are you serious?
Oh, yeah.
That is
that's
so
a
correct.
perfectly normal far left tactic.
Did he just graduate? Because he doesn't look that
He's
young.
just graduated from the School of Far Left Activism.
And sometimes it activates the water
Water
Yeah.
sprinklers.
Yeah.
Well, I heard if you get rid of a fire hydrant, liquid gold spews out. So we will try that, Douglas. You and I will go try it after the
See
show.
you at the
Kennedy, too.
bar.
All right.
Hey everyone, I'm Emily Campagno. Catch me and my co-hosts Harris Faulkner and Kaylee McEnany on Outnumbered every weekday at 12 p.m. Eastern, or set your DVR. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page for daily highlights.